What is up, hobby friends? Warren D in the CLE here. Hey, man, we're back here doing it once again. Got a few things to talk about today. A few pickups, a couple oddball sets. I'm getting ready to do a 30 card SGC submission. Um, I've been on a couple, watching some live streams and a couple nice discussions about, grading and the whole collectors buying SGC and all that stuff. And who knows what's going to happen? I really don't. Not much else I really want to say about it. But I always like SGC, and I always will. Like I said, as you guys already know, I have a Frankenstein collection. I know people aren't crazy about it, but hey, that's the way I collect. But I support everybody's right to do what they want to do and collect how they want to collect, because it's all of our hobby. But everybody's an individual and hey, it's your money, man. Spend it and enjoy it how you want. That's the way I look at it. So, so getting ready to send off 30 cards. My wife is actually going over them with a fine tooth comb. She works for a printing company, and she has a great eye for noticing, things. So, obviously I'm going for the highest grades possible. But when those cards come back, I'll do a I can't even talk today, guys. Do a video showcase on those cards. So that being said, a couple pickups here. Really nice 1996 Manny Ramirez refractor. Look at the shine, beauty, beautiful card. PSA 9. When I see a card that speaks to me, I'm buying it. I don't care what slab it's in. Doesn't matter to me. This is just a beautiful card, and I got it for a really great price. Definitely can't argue about it, that's for sure. Another Manny card real quick here. 1996 Emotion XL. This is Manny Ramirez, but this is the rare breed, guys. This was an insert. One in every 100 hobby packs, so not an easy pull to get. 10 cards in the set. But I love just the 3D layered effect on this card. Just a great card. Love having it. So then, nice vintage pickup. Picked up 1953 Al Rosen, Redman tobacco. A lot of people think that right here, that's like a printing flaw. No, that's just, they put a filter, a color filter over. Those are actually like the lights from the stadium. A lot of folks think that that's damaged, and that's not the case on that card. So I got that one. I got a 54. They use the same picture. A couple of these have some surface wrinkles on them, but, pretty clean on the back, too. This yellow one, though, and here's a 55, Al Rosen. Great card. This one has a little more damage to it, but for now, I love them, and I enjoy them, and I really enjoy the Redman tobacco cards. So, going back to last week, I was talking about the little box sets from the 80s, and there was one I really wanted to talk about, and I had it sit right in front of me, and I forgot to do it. But it's a 1985 Woolworths. Woolworths was like a 5 and dime department store. But Topps printed these cards. Unfortunately, I don't have the box. I just have the cards. I don't know what I did with it, but I think it's a great design. There's 44 cards in the set. It had, it says all-time record holder, and I'll show here. But here's why I love this set. And I know these cards aren't for everybody, but back in the day, odds of me ever getting a Grover Cleveland Alexander card are probably 0 to none. I'd have to hit the massive lottery, and before I can even buy any cards, I'd have to pay off all my house cars and everything else. So you know how it is. But I enjoy these cards. They're very well made, really good card stock. And this set is just loaded. It's all Hall of Famers for the most part. I mean, Yogi Berra, Lou Brock. I mean, come on. I mean, Jack Chesbro, for crying out loud. Odds me, there's Ty Cobb. Sam Crawford. I'm not going to show them all. Raleigh Fingers. Let me flip through here real quick. I mean, here's Frankie Frisch. I think it's a beautiful design, little wood grain frame around there. Lou Gehrig. I mean, there's Dwight Gooden, Ricky Henderson, Rogers Hornsby, Frank Howard. I'll show the Hornsby because one of the few times I think I've ever seen like a partial smile on his face. So, Walter Johnson. And there's even a Cy Young. But I think they're great cards. I know they're not for everybody. They're not expensive, man. And you know what? They're not worth anything, but they are to me. And to me, that's all that matters. Because I enjoy looking at them, no matter what. So, one more set to show you guys. And then another vintage oddball set. 1969 Topps. But this is the Deco Edge insert set. They were exclusive to Series 3 Topps packs. I like the set. It's not a very popular set because basically the condition of them is always hard to find really good and really, really well-centered versions. A lot of mine, it took me a long time to build this set to get it up, and I still have a few I have to replace, but you know, Brooks Robinson, and it has the facsimile auto on there, and they're not popular because there's nothing on the back, there's no stats, but I like the cards, and to get really nice high graded ones is tough. A lot of wrinkles, a lot of cert printing issues they had, and centering and all that. So, Boog Powell. But I enjoy the set. I just like looking at the photos. I actually have these in album pages, but it has some great cards in it. There's Yaz, right there. Jim Fregosi. There you go. Louis Aparicio. And, you know, hey, when on a budget, this was an easy set to put together. Well, cheaper than most. So just it's finding them in really good shape is what makes it hard. Louis Tiant. Denny McLain. Those glasses. Willie Horton. Bill Freehan. Great catcher. This one's a little off-center. Someday I'll replace it, but it's pretty overall sharp card. Hoyt Wilhelm. Now, there was 2 short print cards in here. This being one of them. So this would be 11. Jim Wynn. These tend to be a little pricier. A little harder to find because they were short printed. I forget the story. So if anybody remembers the story, and I'll show you another one. Joe Foy is another card. We'll get to that one here in a minute. But that was just, they're really super short print. Here, nice early Rod Carew. That one's pretty off-center, but overall, decent shape. Mel Stoudemire. I love the set, too, because there's just great names in here that I enjoy. Players. Rick Monday. That one's pretty bad. Got a crease on here, too. Great hitter. Tommy Davis. Big boomer. Frank Howard. Felipe Alou. Yeah. Go. Don Kessinger. I like this Ron Santo. Just a nice classic pose. Decent. Like I said, it took me a while to get decent ones. Tommy Helms. I enjoy this Pete Rose. I like the image. This one's pretty well centered. I'm all about it. This would be 22A, Rusty Staub. Here's the Joe Foy. This one's pretty, they're out there, but try to find one this well centered. You know, it's got some surface scratches on it, but it's not. This would grade pretty decent, I would think. 30, technically the set is only 33 cards, but it's 35 with the Jim Wynn and Joe Foy. Tommy Holler. Maury Wills. Jerry Koosman. Richie Allen, Dick Allen. I love that. I love the smile on that. His smile. This one I paid for good price. I forget what I paid for it, man. It was well under $100. But this is a stupid, well-centered Roberto Clemente. No creases. Just a beautiful example. In fact, this is going right back in a penny sleeve and in this sheet as soon as we're done with this. Curt Flood. I mean, just great names in here. Bob Gibson. This one's pretty beat up. Al Ferreira. It's got some stains on the back. So now that I've gone through it, because I haven't really looked at this set in a long time, I go through it. Now I have to replace those cards because it's going to drive me nuts. Willie McCovey. I mean, Hall of Famers galore in this set. Juan Marichal. So if you're looking for Hall of Fame playing days cards, here you go. Great option. Willie Mays is the last card in the set. So that's all I got for you guys. As I always say, man, be good to each other out there. Leave me comments below and let me know how I'm doing. I enjoy it. Love doing these videos for you guys. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend and have a great week next week.